What's up guys, I'm Golden Ninja Vlogspot and I'm here for another tier list video, obviously following up the plants one. We've now got to do the zombies, which is more fun for me because I prefer zombies over plants generally. While there were more plants in excellent than any other tier on the plant list, I figure this one will be weighted even more to the top considering I'm more of a zombies player. Also, I actually managed to find a decent tier list on the tier list maker, so I don't have to create my own one. So yeah, things are going to look better here. Alright, so here is the screen we're using. I have no idea why some zombies have these white backgrounds while most of them have their usual ones. It's just the way I found it. Obviously we're doing the same tiers as last time and don't really need to go through them. So let's just get on with it. First up, I decided we should just get the 5 variants out of the way straight off. So let's do that now. Obviously all excellent because I'll have 5 variants. Except one, the Centurion. This is by far the worst 5 variant in Garden Warfare 1 in my opinion. It's not bad at all, it's not fully automatic like most soldier variants. I mean, if it was, it'd be ridiculously OP. Not that it stopped them from doing it with the Cricket Star. A fully automatic mobile one would, yeah, be overpowered, so I'll put it in pretty damn good. Well, I wouldn't even put it in the upper band of foot soldiers probably, but we'll see. And now we've got the regular foot soldier. And yeah, this is a pretty strong variant straight off. I mean, it takes time getting used to because you've got to get good at aiming, but yeah, I'll pop that right next to Centurion friend over here. Now we have the regular scientist, which I've never really been a fan of. I mean, it did take me quite a while to learn how you really use a scientist, but I mean, straight away I got the Dr. Chester and also I think the physicist was the first zombie I unlocked, and I found that to be a lot better. We'll get to him soon, so yeah, I'll go from there. And now the Arctic Trooper. This is it? I'd say it's probably on par with the regular one. It's just less damage, but it can freeze, which is a big advantage. And that leaves him vulnerable for a ZPG hit. But I'll put him pretty damn good as well. Just got 3 soldiers there now. I think out of everything zombie in the game, this is the one that's killed me the most. But at the same time, I don't personally find it to be one of the best. I'll switch screen record now because the previous one was taking up a gross amount of storage space for one that didn't even have that good quality. So yeah, we're using a different one now. Although now it darkens the rest of the screen so I can't see what's up next. Oh, the regular all-star. Hey now, you're an all-star. It's tough to pick out of this one or the regular foot soldier as the best standard variants, but should I give him the win? I mean, I'm not really giving them the win necessarily. I think they'll go in the same tier, yeah. Oh, and next we have these 3, the hockey, baseball, and golf. So I'm just gonna put them all in meh, because honestly they're all exactly the same to me. It's hard to find the difference between them. I think Hockey Star does really low damage and overheats fast. Golf Star is ridiculously inaccurate. Baseball Star releases good damage close range, but at the same time, it's a disappointing level 10 unlock, and because it's the exact same as 2 of those I've already got. So let's just give them the meh tier. Next up is the Reg Engineer, and it's not the best, is it? Meh. The physicist, as previously discussed, was a strong one I used quite a lot when I started off. It's this one where I discovered what electrical variants could do, and yeah, pretty good. So, it's pretty damn good, I should say, actually. Oh yeah, the mechanic. The really fast engineer one that can be a pretty good long-range one. It's quick, it doesn't do splash, but it's kind of balanced out by the fact it's automatic, so excellent. Yeah. Ah, now we have the Plumber. The old point visitor is more splash damage than the engineer. And I'm not sure it does more direct damage, but yeah, splash is generous. I guess in theory it's better than the regular engineer, but the regular engineer is a default one, so that kind of gives it the win anyway. And I mean, that's a vital one to do when you're starting off in gardens and graveyards if you've not got any engineers. Trash. Also, the Electrician does more splash than the Plumber, so yeah, he's pretty much outclassed. The Camo Ranger. This might be a bit of a hot take. It's the worst foot soldier, and even then, it's not bad. So it at least goes in decent for me. I would say that's pretty much the zombie version of the Agent P. Although, just use Centurion, because then you're pretty much sniping them out and doing fire damage. At least the Agent P might be good to use over the Fire P, because you can shoot it faster. Now, the Sanex. The second engineer I got after the regular one, and I've enjoyed using this one quite a lot, and I've done pretty well with it. It does a great amount of damage. Yep, pretty damn good. Maybe excellent. Nah, I'll keep him pretty damn good for now. The Rugby Star. This one, it seems to be disliked by quite a lot of people because of how slow it is, but it does quite good damage and it does splash. It's really good close range. Honestly, I'm a big fan of this one, so I'm putting it in excellent. What? The Painter, a very strong engineer variant of this. It's kind of like a sniper that does splash damage, and although I hate snipers, I'm do pretty well with this character normally. It does great damage, he even does splash. You can pretty much kill a sunflower in, I think, not quite 2 hits, but nearly 2 hits. Yeah, I'm putting him in excellent. Possibly the best engineer. And now the Chemist. A very good character this is. It is only just close range damage, but damn does it do a lot. And it's got a wide area, so you can pretty much just blast away if you're at point blank range to a plant. Great anti-jump counter, great for everything really. A great level 10 character as well. So, yeah, excellent. Now we've got, I think that's the Landscaper. The real reason I use this one is because I've got him with Rocket Drone and most of them I don't for some reason, even though the Rocket Drone's great. I mean, there's actually nothing wrong with it, but it's not one of the top tier ones.
Oh, but Goalie Ninja Vlogspot, it does great splash damage and it's fully automatic.
Don't care. Electrician does better splash damage, Mechanic is full auto, and it does it better, so meh. And now, speaking of not so good ones, well, probably bad ones here, we have the Archaeologist. I still don't really understand this guy. I think it's supposed to be a sniper variant of the Scientist, but honestly, who gives a toss? Just use a foot soldier. Trash for you, mate. Now we have everyone's favourite underpantless friend, the Super Commando. Do you get it? This one is so broken in Garden Warfare 1 that they had to give it 3 shots instead of 4 in Garden Warfare 2. If that doesn't get it in top tier, I don't know what will. Next up is the Goalie Star, which is yet another ice variant. Well, I say yet another, we've only encountered one so far. Freezing them is very good because if you're at close range, you can use an imp hunt or sprint tackle them or just finish them off with a bunch of headshots. But I'm not sure I place it in one of the best, to be honest. Let's go pretty damn good. I feel like we won't get any more All Stars in the top 1, although it might just be the best class on its own. It's got the worst variants by far. I mean, look at these 3 down here. The Astronaut, the one with the old moon rock launcher, the fully automatic variant, is one that I get killed by a lot, but I can never seem to get that many kills with them. So, it's definitely not bad at all, but you got to be pretty accurate. Let's go decent. I know someone's going to use the sort of speed excuse again, but there's just better for scientists. They just weren't meant to be ranged or fully automatic characters. Now's Dr. Chester. I got to be honest, I only learnt a few weeks ago that this one is fully automatic, but honestly, I don't really like him that much. At one point, the main reason I use him was just because I get add energy warp equipped to him, and just so I could use him in guards and graveyards modes and things like that. And really, Chemist is so much better. I mean, granted, you only get Chemist when you get the Scientist up to level 10, so you could use this in the meantime, but honestly, they're just better ones to use. Also, I tried to take into account how much of a threat they are, but nobody uses Dr. Chester, so I'm just going to have to put him in there. Probably better than the regular Scientist though, but I'm not really comparing them within tiers. Next, I can't see because my light's in the way. Is that a Tank Commander or the Sky Trooper? God, they all look so similar. I think it's Tank Commander. I've just noticed the Sky Trooper's one's gun's different. So Tank Commander, it took me ages to unlock another soldier, and I think the one I did get was the Tank Commander. And yeah, I'd say pretty damn good. It's got great splash. It's only one shot, which you kind of have to get used to, but other than that, it's great. It's kind of like using a mini ZPG over and over again. The next one is the Wrestling Star. This one is another that I've seen lots of people rag on, but I think it's quite good. It's pretty devastating close range. Not as good as the Rugby one, but yeah. Only problem is the sound it makes when shooting is really annoying. But yeah, other than that, it's pretty good close range character. Next up is Dr. Toxic. They just got lazy naming this one. Like, you got the Sanitation Expert for the Toxic Engineer, and this one just Dr. Toxic. Are you serious? And honestly, why use this when you've got the Electro and Fire variants?
Ooh, but Asa, why do you put Sanitation Expert in pretty damn good?
Because that one actually does pretty good damage. This one, nah, I don't really care about it. Let's put it in decent, just because I think I've been a bit harsh to some of the scientists, even if I have praised a few of the others. General Supremo will also spark up more debate, because At first glance, he's like a regular one that does less damage, but he's got infinite ammo, so he can pretty much just burst fire the same way you would with an all-star. And I always perform well with this guy, to be honest. It's really accurate, and I think excellent. The only thing I found annoying is how his cursor always zooms out when you're shooting away. Good news, I finally figured out how to not darken the unrecorded area so I can see what I'm doing when there's only 3 zombies left to go. But regardless, let's get back on things, because next up is the Sky Trooper. This one's good, I just often forget that exists, because of how it's just like a faster version of it. It's kind of like the All-Stars I chucked in there, but I think it's better. It's got good accuracy, pretty damn good. Next is, I think that's the Electrician. Once again, why do they have to look so similar? I mean, I've pretty much sort of said all of this about it, really. It's not quite as good as the welder, but it can really sort out a bunch of plants that are close to each other, and it's good for garden teleporters, and does great splash. Yeah, put them best. And last but not least is the Marine Biologist. Although I don't think it's quite as good as the Chemist, it can shoot at long range, well, longish range. It's not like restricted to point blank. Although its area isn't big, it actually does more damage if you can get close, so I think we've got to put it excellent, just to be fair. So, final configurations. With the Landscaper, once again, just use an all-star or foot soldier. Honestly, Wrestling Star can go in decent. It's not as good as the Rugby one because it doesn't splash, and for close range ones, it's already got the sprint, tackle and impunt, so what more can you really want? Can't see any more going in trash though, to be honest. Because like I was saying before, if they're the regular ones by default, then you get them at the start and they're the only ones you have, so it's just hard to call them bad. I know I put characters as trash in the previous list, but you do get the orange one straight away, so that one pretty much outclasses the regular one. Feels weird I've only got 2 foot soldiers in excellent. I feel like a lot of the others are just kind of interchangeable in a way. Obviously Tank Command's an exception because it's shots, but I think it's equally as good. There's no foot soldiers in there because like I said, the worse the camo one, and even then it's still good. So anyway, I think that does it for this video. Please give a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new. I'm GMVS, see you soon.